when I was a governor, I used to think that people should have respect for until when I started observing things that I never knew, that it's not a man you can really get for his words. I had the interview, I watched the interview, and the unpalatable words he used against Mr. President. I said that Mr. President is full of himself. This is unfortunate in the country. A man will come out in national television not to criticize genuinely what Mr. President has done wrong, but to abuse Mr. President simply because he had had a relationship with Mr. President, simply because he has had the opportunity to meet with Mr. President before. That has given him the latitude to come out on national television to say a president of a country is full of himself. He doesn't call him per se Bola. You know, if you have a problem with Mr. President before he became a president, there's nothing wrong in you finding a way to sort that out. The first happen when Mr. President chose his vice presidential candidate, today the vice president of the country. I was one of those that Amachi visited. He came to my house in Port Harcourt, in particular at a George. He came with one of the former speakers of the House of Representatives. What was Zanga? Zanga was that he thought that Mr. President would have chosen him as a vice presidential candidate. Having not done that, everyone will have to let loose.
So his anger is about...
This is certainly that. Let me tell you.
So that's what he told him. He wanted to become vice president.
It was very clear. You don't need to be clear to you. It was very clear. I mean, we're not kids. I mean, if a kid was intelligent would know where your anger is, the way you are speaking. It was very obvious. When you say Mr. President is unapproachable, government is not approachable. What do you call government? I'm a minister in charge of Federal Capital Territory. Mr. Assad is a minister in charge of Interior. Mrs. O is a minister in charge of Trade, Investment and Industry. Must everybody reach Mr. President? Is that the way government runs? If everybody in this country, you will not reach out to the ministers, you will not reach out to special advisors, you just want to reach out to Mr. President. How many people can Mr. President see at a time? I'm a minister. Has you made any way if you have a problem as regards to demonstration of activities in FCT to try to reach out to the FCT minister and he was not able to reach out to you? If he's not almost off seat, he's always traveling, but I don't give that judgment. And so that when that was aborted, did you see them go after just a lady man again? No. Who happened? When the matter got to Supreme Court, what happened? You have heard Amachi post. He was one of those who were kicked out just again. Why? They wanted just again to give judgment, to give Ali Moni Sharif as the chairman of PDP, and that was being the third of PDP as a party at that time. That was a ruling party then, ADC in government. Spearheaded by the same man who wanted to fight corruption.
But is it fair to attribute such to him?
What is it? What is fair? Assuming.
You are saying that...
No. Look.
He was behind...
Do you know, I said, I was the one I was in charge of that matter. I was one who hired our lawyers, led by one of the people, led by Kanagabi, and fed by Yusuf Kala. So I was willing.
When you make the allegation...
I'm not
behind justice and all this.
No, he has said this several times that of course we want to put him out of the place. He has also said that he kicked out Jonathan from office. How could you say that you've never had it? The point, some of us, I think the problem is, it's unfortunate. I don't think that he remembers when he says all these things, that those who work with him before and after are still alive. And you wonder, you sit on the side, and you watch a young man who not like that to make such statement, and you pinch yourself. What's going on here?
But this is that want to fix Nigeria.
No, he can't. No, the point that he cannot. That's what I'm saying.
Mr. Wike Amachi said he's going to be the next president of Nigeria. Please, given the ticket.
No, he knows he won't get the ticket.
Why?
No,
Why not?
please. You see what he said, that I read, he said he knows the weaknesses of the president. So he knows how to defeat him. But he also knew the weakness of the president in 2022. When the president defeated him mercilessly in their primaries. He didn't know his weaknesses then. It is now he knew the weaknesses.
He has studied it.
Okay, now he has studied it. But let me tell Nigerians, you know, the last person they will give ticket, because you know that is dead on arrival. You don't call dead on arrival. It's dead on arrival. Look, it's not. You see, how you will know higher capacity. I don't like people who like. In 2014, 2015, you remember he was governor? And that was when I was on as a governor. Remember? What happened? We defeated him. He was the DG of the President Buhari's campaign to somebody. He didn't get 15%. He was governor. It's okay. Jonathan was president then. Okay, no problem. 2019, President Buhari was the president. Then President Buhari was president. He was first great air minister, Minister of Transport then. He was also the DG of Mr. President campaign then. He was coming home with what I call battalions, soldiers. He was coming home. You remember what happened in 2019 election? You remember how the first woman stood firm to say this cannot happen. He was, but we still defeated him. President Buhari never had.
That was the election they accused you of rigging.
Yes. I did. When Jonathan was minister, was president, I did. When Buhari was president, was not correct. I also read in 2023 when Buhari was still president. And
why were you rigging?
No, you said they said I did.
They are accused of rigging.
That's what I'm saying. I've only time to put to you. You were governor. I did you. Because Jonathan was president. That's what I'm saying. I became governor. I did you. Buhari. Jonathan was no longer president. Buhari became president. I still rigged you. In 2023, you came and brought a governor. He didn't win. He supported president candidate. He didn't win. I still rigged you. Why would I not be rigging you? When? I mean, you see,
you are more superior than Amachi locally in Rivers State as of today.
What do you mean superior?
Politically superior.
Oh, I'm start by being superior. And I tell my people know what I would do, what I'm not doing.
So you are more popular. He said if both of you get to the streets.
Oh, please, you see, I just don't talk about what is getting to the street. I mean, what is getting to the street?
That is more popular than you.
Let us just
saw how people welcome.
How many people?
In Port Harcourt.
You know, that would be very embarrassing. Where you saw was VIP Lounge. VIP Lounge that I built. VIP Lounge International Airport. I cannot take up to 20 vehicles. And when you see, it's not to boast, you know. It is, my people say, there is grand. Yeah, arguing who in a wrestling who will win. Why not go there and wrestle? Why you? What's the argument? Why you see, antecedent of people will tell you. In 2027, He will be the first person that will say, no, I will not vote. That's rigging. It happened in 2015. When you tell these people, no, as a second governor, you tell people, no, don't vote again. I even had him say, let anybody challenge him if you have ever rigged the election. So why should a young man talk like this? Is he talking to even if they are his children? They don't have heads.
Another moment.
At that point, he would have just simply done that. But what he did was, after he finished as governor of Anambra State, he thought of something that was remarkable. He said, having served my people in Anambra State, the next challenge is to take this record to the center. And then he decided to join the PDP to see how he could help re-engineer our country. And in 2019, he was the vice presidential candidate of the PDP. As you and I talk, the simple reason he left the PDP was because he wasn't ready to buy votes. And then he has talked about the need for a nation that is beyond everything accountable, a nation that is responsible and responsive to the people, a nation that understands that the Nigerian people's money must be spent creditably. This nation must be frugal. You don't borrow money to spend on consumption. And that's one of the manifestos of Peter Gregory Obi. So as you and I talk today, what's preponderantly important and that resonates on the streets is that Nigerians are asking for a new deal. That's why you see students, young people, old and young, on the streets saying that they want a new deal. And Peter Gregory Obi resonates across every tendency. It's gone beyond an Anambra man to a Nigerian, a pan-Nigerian candidate. Across the geopolitical zones, there's one person who, without putting a naira, can pull out Nigerians on the streets. And that's exactly what's happening. Nigerians believe that it's a new day, it's a new deal, it's a new tendency, and they want a president that they can trust.
I thank you for listening. I think we can have the conversation. And what we do is that we follow the constitutional path. How do you have a national convention? We have started. Interestingly, when this process is started, we have been in sync with our regulator, INEC. INEC has been attending all the meetings. They witnesses to all the things we're doing, preparatory to that. So if people, and like I said, that might be a media hype, people testing the waters. And I don't know which paper carried it. I'm not sure it's one of the mainstream here. I don't know which paper, even though you didn't mention. But the mainstream papers know that this party is moving towards Ibadan. Now we're already there as a matter of fact. The local organizing committee is working hard. The venue committee, they're working already ahead of time. Even before the inauguration of those subcommittees, they're already working. We don't do hop, step and jump. We're ready. And we're methodical in the things we do. So when somebody decides to please can we just disregard and let's focus on what is important. There will be no other parallel. In fact, it does not exist. So I think we should just focus on what we're doing as a party. And we're doing that. So if it's in the realm of conjecture, probably. And if it is, probably the reporter, I mean, you are my friends, who won't want to impugn your character, but I think it will be in the realm of hallucination. This party, through its neck, the authority that has the power, has scheduled the national convention, which is elective for Ibadan, Oyo State Capital, on the 15th, 16th November 2025, and this train has moved on. It's gone past the bus stop. We're actually in Ibadan as I speak. And a couple of friends of mine have asked me, again, we were doing what we need to do an assessment. And I thank you for that question. Number one, let's put them in perspective and see where we have democracy in action, where the voice of the people can be listened to, and let's do a comparative analysis. On the face of it, you said one. That sounds somehow. For those who want to hear those, they can go and feel good. But what is important is let's look at this. Let's take Oyo State. saw the election. And the election is what people can actually view and see. And feel the impact and see people participating in the process. And there are no reports of people being locked up or all that. And contrast that in Kaduna State. And now to that election. All members of the PDP, prominent members, were arrested. You reported it. I saw that. Flip over to Taraba State. Prominent members, including elected members of our party, were arrested. Again, so we don't call that an election properly so called. And I will see, and we've heard about the arrogance of the APC. What they've done with those elections to test for 2027. But I have a bad news for APC. What happened in those by-elections that they call election as it were will not happen in 2027. Why? The reason is that the Nigerian people are wiser. They are hurting. What will be on the ballot in 2027 will be the hunger, will be the uncertainty, will be the insecurity that no money can purchase. Only last week, in my little village, the chairman of my party the local government was kidnapped. Now it is so sad that when people get kidnapped in this country, you don't even talk to police. They say go and look for the money. That sounds like a new normal. That's what will be on the ballot. And so the APC should know that the self-immolation, the praise singing of saying, oh, we have won. They didn't win. Because Nigerian people would defeat them because they brought hunger to this country. For more than 10 years now, APC has been a point of pain to Nigeria. They lied regularly. In the previous administration of the President Buhari, what did they tell us? They told us they have intervention in agriculture, right? And they demonstrated by lying, by creating a wooden frame somewhere towards the airport, and they call it pyramid of rice. It turned out to be pyramid of lies. You remember? And we engaged you then. But contrast that to when PDP was in government. Dr. Adeshina was a Greek minister. People were using their phone to assess farm inputs, like fertilizer. You remember that? I'm sure you remember because you reported it widely. So, Nigerians are going to compare the PDP years. It's nostalgia. The golden years of prosperity, of democracy, of openness, of capacity to allow people to pursue their own happiness. So those are what will be on the ballot. So this cannot and is not and will never be, because what they did was that there were gloom in those areas they claimed to have won. You go and fast check it. And so that would be my reaction to that for now. That's why it's so easy so to say. But there's a limit of which you can weaponize poverty and people say enough is enough. I guarantee you that many of such in 2027 it will be a different ball game. I guarantee you that. Why? Because it will be unveiling, it will be unraveling the kind of poverty and the kind of life discounting expenses that Nigerians are facing. So they would have to change. That's my hope. That's my expectation. And that's what the PDP is preparing to galvanize so that we can have issue base. Not that we are always constantly being distracted by creating crisis in other parties. So that rather than talk about the government's failure and the challenges we have and the insensitivity of the government, we're busy talking about somebody is fighting a party or not. We want to get ourselves together. We are already getting ourselves together. That's why you see the APC jittery. That's why you find the kind of the news item that Chuks referenced. They want to take us back and say, oh, they have issues there. No. They know already this is a train that is moving. And it's moving steadily towards Ibadan for the National Convention, to have a brand new National Working Committee, creating education. Because when you get people that are educated, then they can make a discerning decision
Okay.
It becomes difficult for you to say, take 5,000 naira, vote for me and put 4 years of your life away. You say, wait a minute, I'd rather do this and do the right thing so that I can have. I'd rather